And welcome to Hard Facts and 92.3 Nigeria Info. I'm yours truly, Kalada Kurubatubo. And I'm excited to be in the studio because we've got wonderful conversations lined up. I always say this, right? But I do have wonderful conversations lined up for your listening pleasure. All right, we start with the big stories, then a topical conversation by 4. I hear and I believe that we will be having a waste management conversation the 4 o'clock hour. 5 o'clock hour, we will talk about the Ogoni Remembrance Day, 29 years after. Oof, what has changed? Have there been any victories as it relates to environmental challenges in that region? And remember, this will be some kind of litmus test to other oil producing or for other oil producing communities in the Niger Delta. Once again, welcome. We're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. We are live on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. We are active on X, Nigeria Info PH. You can follow me on my personal social media accounts, Dkalada, TheKalada. Without further ado, let's get into the nitty-gritty for the day. And we're starting with the big stories. And what is my first big story? There is the news headline seen on the Vanguard. I think other newspapers carries it as well. The news headline has got to do with a similar conversation we had yesterday, the 4 o'clock hour, I believe, when I had guests, members of the opposition in the state, telling me and you that the governor is, the problem, or how do I put it, the cause of the political problem in Rivers State. Now, a media aide to the FCD minister has also jumped on that conversation, but this time he is replying to a leader of Afenifere saying that he should stop. Okay, so the leader of the Afenifere had said that the president should rein in on the FCT minister, Wike, because the FCT minister is the cause of the problem. And he said the president refusing to do anything about it also means that the president is happy about what is happening in Rivers State. But this aide of the FCT minister, replied and said, no, you cannot say that. And just like the guest in my studio, argued yesterday, this media aide also argued things like refusing to obey court orders, the several political battles that have happened in the state, from the House of Assembly complex to and it points an accusing finger. Now, the question in my head is, why are they blaming? Because for me, I do see a two-side factor to this whole political brouhaha, but they are insisting, and their voice, or should I say their voices, have become very much vocal in recent times when it comes to blaming the governor. So what say you? You the Rivers man, you doing business in Rivers State, you who is not a politician, most especially, what are you saying about this, accusations now firing from all banners that the governor is, the problem or the cause of the problem in the political battle in Rivers State? But let's quickly read from the Vanguard so it doesn't sound like I made up the story. The Vanguard report, I'm going to read it, just give me a second. It has the caption, by the way, Wike not responsible for Rivers crisis. Now, Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications and New Media to the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Lere Olayinka, has counseled a chieftain of the Yoruba Socio-Cultural Group, Afenifere, Dr. Femi Okoromu, against getting involved in matters capable of ridiculing his status as an elder statesman, especially matters on which he would not speak objectively for obvious reasons. Olayinka, in a statement on Tuesday night in Abuja, said Dr. Okoromu's statement accusing President Bola Tinubu of being laid back in the ongoing crisis in Rivers State was in bad faith, and asked what exactly Dr. Okoromu expected President Tinubu to have done. The article reads, Olayinka said it was strange that Dr. Koromu, a former senator, could opt to be playing the ostrich to the avalanche of disobedience to court judgments by the governor of River State and the dangers such affront on the judiciary poses to democracy and public peace. I quote now, as seen on the article, it says, one is, however, not too amazed because he holds the record of being the first senator to be suspended by his colleagues out of the 7 senators that have been suspended since 1999 till date. Dr. Koromo had reportedly accused the FCD minister of being the architect and mastermind of the rivers crisis, where Aide's godson, Wike, should be told to be sitting Governor Fubara. Olayinka asked when Wike told Dr. Koromo that he wanted Governor Fubara to be surrogate and not function as the governor of River State, adding that he, that's Okoromu, as an elder, should be honest enough to stand before the mirror and ask himself the roles he played in Fubara becoming governor. There would be silence, and we would wait. And the station before I, I think I should switch conversations now to the second big story, which is still related to who is or who isn't the root cause of the political crisis in River State. Now, we are being told by the Akpor local government chairman that there is an attempt to intimidate him with the Department of State Service, out of the State Security Service, that'd be SSS, right? That's how they say it, right? DSS is the Department of State. How do they say? I'm trying to remember what's happening to me today as well. But anyways, the DSS, basically, what I'm trying to say, as summoned Chijioke Unwa, and according to Chijioke Unwa, the summon is as a result of a petition by the FCT minister, that's Nyesom Wike. So he has been summoned, he's been invited to come answer to the petition, and he's saying that no amount of intimidation would deter him from supporting the governor. So he has described it as a ploy to intimidate him. He's been one of the most vocal supporters of the governor, His Excellency in the life. But I'm talking about Chijioke Unwa. Has been very vocal, and now there is the summon. What do you make of that? But let's take a listen to what he said.
But I want to also tell the world that we're not scared and we're not afraid. That what we're doing is the right thing, and that Rivers people should be strong, and that no one man can own our state. He claims of own judiciary. I don't know why he's scared. They're sending a petition against me from Abuja down to Port Harcourt that I should be investigated and be arrested. As a sitting council chairman, I have given my statement to the DSS and I've been granted bail. But I want to assure people that they should not be scared.
I think the reason why it was petitioned is that, repeatedly people have said that Nyesom Wike is in control of the judiciary, or the judges in Abuja answering to Nyesom Wike because he bribed them. And so that's one of the reason, or that's the reason we've been told he was petitioned and summoned or invited by the DSS. What do you make of that? Right? Do you think the FCD minister is trying to use one person, as an example, so people can stop saying that he holds the judiciary inside of his palm? Let's go now to the next big story. I'm trying to rush it so we can get it all done with, and then start taking calls early enough. And my third big story this time is a continuation of our last big story from yesterday, Petrol, that is. Remember, yesterday we were told during the big stories that the marketers would announce a fair price. And I asked you yesterday what a fair price would mean to you. Some said 500, some said 300, some said 700. However, we're now being told by Dangote Refinery that the marketers, that's IPMAN, are buying petrol from Dangote Refinery at 919 naira. That's for truckers. For those using ship, they are buying at the price of 940, I beg your pardon, 914 naira. Then I'm wondering, where is the fair price? Because if they're buying for 990, it means they're going to sell somewhere around 1,000 or 1,000 plus per litre. Is that a fair price to you as a Nigerian who consumes petrol, either for your generating sets or for your vehicles. Do you think that's a fair price at 990 per litre? That's their buying price. So their selling price, of course, if you've done economics, you would know that they would have to put in their profits. And by the time you talk about transporting the product from point A to point B, and then you talk about all the taxes they have to pay, and you talk about the loans that they have collected and the profits they intend to make. Do you think this price is fair? Imagine it in your head and try answering the question. I've got a commercial. When I do come back, you and I. Oh, no commercial. So let's keep talking. I'm going to go to the phone lines now.
For more talk.
By the chairman of Obio local government area, Chijuke, that the Department of State Services has invited him, summoned him to come answer to a petition by the Air City Minister, Wike, who says that Chijuke has accused him of bribing judges. But then again, you had Chijuke there. He has said that it's a ploy to intimidate him, but he stands very firm with the. He's been granted bail. You heard him say it by himself. The third big story is about petrol. Marketers are getting it for 990 per litre. What then is the fair price? That's the question I'm asking for the third big story. So let's now go to the phone line. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Oh my. Okay, so WhatsApp 0809-0306416. Okay, let's see. I've got Clinton calling via WhatsApp, so I'm just going to take that one first, and then we'll go on to taking calls via the normal phone lines, yeah? Clinton, can you hear me? All right, so I guess we're having some network issues here and there. But let's take this. Okay, Clinton, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Kalada.
All right, welcome then.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Kalada, do you know that we've forgotten completely about the local refinery?
Not really. We're just not being told anything.
It's very unfortunate. Look at the price Dangote is setting, 990. When they leave this product, they're going to transport to different parts of the country. They're going to pay taxes on the road for this product. Nigeria will buy this product. I think that is very high. So the federal government, once they hear the independent marketers, they determine their own prices. The government cannot determine for them. That's the problem. That's what we have the problem. So I think that should be rectified, and the product be sold at cheaper rate to Nigerians, knowing fully well.
All right, I guess we're having network issues there, so I would have to stop the call there. Let's go now to the normal call lines and see who we have there. 92.3 Nigeria Info, your name, your location, your contribution.
Canada, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
The man of the people.
Yeah, quickly, your time has started, so let's get your thoughts.
Okwando Obina is my name.
All right, Okwando, welcome.
You see, it is very unfortunate that the media aide to the FCT minister, Larry Olayinka, will be telling us that something that is clear to even the dead, the blind. So when Amechi was governor of Rivers State, there was also crisis. Is he trying to tell us that the governor of Rivers State now, Fubara, was also responsible for that crisis then? I want to tell you that with facts before me, that the former governor, who is now the minister of FCT, was responsible for the then crisis and the crisis that we are having now in Rivers State. So coming to tell us all this cock and bull story does not hold water. But for Chijoke Ihunwo, I think this is one of those tactics that the FCT minister want to use to intimidate the supporters of the governor. Without missing words, I'll tell you that there is no amount of intimidation that will stop the true Rivers people and people who are living here in Rivers State from supporting the governor.
All right.
Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much, Okwando Obinade. Keep your calls coming in and let's get your thoughts as well. All right. Let's take this one now. Let's see who's here. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon. Tell me your name, your location.
Yeah,
please.
it's Chima Dike. I'm calling you from Rumukuta.
All right, Chima Dike from Rumukuta. Please turn off your radio set. Turn
FCT
off
minister
your radio set, please.
He is very, very correct. I keep on telling people that what is happening in Rivers State, that the people causing this trouble are chasing breeze. You call the FCC minister at random. Now, the question is that, does the FCC minister have any case with the governor in the court? No. Is the FCC minister an assembly member? No. Is he a judge in Rivers State? No. Now, the issue here is that now you just want to bedevil a man that helps somebody to become a governor. That is the only thing he will get as in for an appreciation. We have Tom, Dick, and Harry will just call his name with impunity, abusing you or whatever.
What do you mean by what do you mean by what? Sorry, Chima. What do you mean by calling his name with impunity? I don't understand that part.
The idea of them saying that he is one causing all this trouble now. You know what they're talking
how is that impunity? He's a public servant. He should answer to the people. The people have a right to question him. So when you say impunity, I don't get it.
The reason why they are calling their name, does he what they are calling his name? Did he do it? Has he made any statement concerning Rivers State like he is returning Rivers State allocation?
But Chima, if I remember vividly, you also have given blames to certain people in public service, and I wonder if they ever said to you that they did the things you accused them of doing. And whenever I tell you allegations, you would flare up and say, why am I asking you to say it's alleged? So I'm wondering, why the shift in how you're expressing yourself on your thoughts today?
Now, Mr. Canada, the level at which this matter has gone is not supposed to be something of alleged in again.
Interesting.
That we're talking about. If the matter goes to court, you should be able to prove that this is what he did. The idea of just shouting his name, okay, like example, when they were talking about the reshuffling of the minister, have you seen the level of petition and courses that went to Abuja that they should drop him? Okay, another one again, when they started using the aid of the ministers in transportation, these people were saying that his own convoy is too much, they should drop it. All these things are things they don't want to malign the man. I'm painting black before the president of Nigeria.
All right.
Okay, now look at Chileki Ihunwo. Let us come here.
No, there's no time. There's no time for that, Chima. I'm sorry, I've got to move on. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Your name, your location, your contribution, please.
Thank you so much, Sakalada, Madam Dr.
Madam Dota, welcome. Your time starts now.
Thank you. I want to start with the Obio Akpor man. Our big man in Obio Akpor there with two people. Because I have been saying it, that when we come on air, we should say the things we can stand by when the time comes. I believe the time is coming. Because these leaders are human beings. And so, if we want to talk about them, let us be careful. Because they also come from homes like we do. So when you come on air and say the things that the time will come, I want to beg him, European command, to melembe. When he's called upon, he should go and say what he knows concerning all the things he's been saying about the FCC minister. As for what the Aide is saying, the Aide of the minister is saying, it is true because he asked, is it the minister that burns our assembly? Is it the minister?
Is it the governor that burnt?
So let them answer this time now.
Wait now, Madam Daughter, wait. Oh my. You know, for those who are saying the media aid is right, you know, of course, my job is to question your thoughts. And the question I have in my head is, you know, if you say the media aid is right, blaming the governor, is it the governor who also burnt down? If you say yes, do you have proof to that effect? Is it the governor who, you know, I mean, let's look at it. Let's look at it from the issues of defection. Was it the governor who asked them to defect as well? What else again is there? So these are the issues, right? And I would always tell both parties, wait for the courts to say. Ida from Ikoro, welcome Ida. Let's get your thoughts today. Yeah, good afternoon. When you say the former governor, when you say the former governor is the problem, how is the former governor the problem?
Went to government and to the governor of Rivers State, the governor of can you allow another person to bring house here for you that will poison you later? You choose your house here by yourself and screen out very well. The man screen very, very well. But the governor did not talk. We go back to ask us for assembly to impeach the governor. And they cannot succeed. In this process of emergency, God will give it again. Now, brother, this governor that God gives to us, this the Rivers people, the new governor. I want to give us money for Rivers people. And the fuel issue, they should please give fuel down for 500 naira so that Nigerians will be happy.
All right.
Federal government. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Moving on. Samuel from Abua, welcome. What is on your mind? Samuel, are you there?
Yes, good day, sir.
All right, Samuel, welcome.
My name is Surini Samson. I'm calling from the city of Abua in Amago Kubokla.
All right, Samson, welcome.
Concerning the aid to my former governor, Wike, saying that we should blame the current administration led by Fubara for all that have been playing out in Rivers State. How? I cannot blame my governor, this current governor, where we all supported the previous administration to succeed. What happened with this one that we cannot support this current one? What I am asking that, what are the major things that warrant that impeachment of Excellency led by Fubara? What warrants that impeachment? The people that is sent to represent us, did they go back to the constituency to investigate that they want to go out for this assignment to impeach the governor? Did they fall back to us? No. We are still fighting the governor. Always we want to demarket Rivers State. Always we want to demarket Rivers State. Why other states have moved on? Right from the end of this election.
No, let's go. Something. Oh my.
To fight this current administration led by Fubara.
Something, can I ask you?
What is going on?
All right. Thank you very much. It's a conversation, not a shouting match. 92.3 Nigerian. What's your name? Oh, God's Power from Port Harcourt. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, God's Power. Welcome.
Yes, my name is Aide. God's Power. I want to state it very clearly that there are political crises in other states in Nigeria. But the Rivers State is blown out of proportion because supporters of the governor have taken it upon themselves to be playing a blame game instead of advising the governor to concentrate on governance. When Wike was the governor of the state, we had political crisis, but in all this, he was still performing. was he doing things that I would see that the government is performing? Why is it that going to Fubara cannot tell us the project he has initiated?
Is that the cause?
The crisis in River State is self-inflicted.
All right. God's power, is that the cause of the political crisis? Because he has not been able to show you any project of significance in 2 years. Because we're looking at the problem, the problem of the political crisis.
As far as Rivers people are concerned, we don't want to know the cause of any political crisis. What we know is that somebody was elected to be governor of Rivers.
I agree with you, God's.
And we want to see what.
I agree with you, God's power.
Is doing, and not who is the
listen now, I agree with you, God's power, that yes, Rivers people need to see what the governor is doing. I totally agree with you on that one. But the conversations outside of Rivers State, is about who is to blame. And we need to help correct the narrative. And that's why we are throwing up the question to the public to help correct the narrative. I'm listening.
Okay, if today we know who is to blame, will that change the fact that there is no governance in River State?
To an extent, yes. You know what they say? God's power, to an extent, yes. Because you know what they say? We find the problem, we can find the solution. But if we do not know the problem, can we know the solution?
Kalada,
I'm listening.
Someone is at the helm of affairs in the state. We have a governor in the state. He should concentrate. He should ensure that he has a good relationship with the House of Assembly members, and this state will move on.
Okay.
I've not seen any governor that will have crisis with the Assembly members and expect to do well.
All right, then. All right, thank you, God's power. Your point is noted. I've got to move on now to Silvanus from Borokiri. Silvanus, welcome.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Kalada.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, calling from Doris in Alapolo.
I already know your time is reading, so
yes,
get to
for the question the to our former governor, the deputy minister, I will say it's wrong. The problem started from our former governor. Let me put it through. When we are saying the governor did not know anything, the governor knows something about the problem. Okay, after everything, I think we threaten other state governors that any other state that put any of their hands into River State matter will put fire on those their states. That kind of language is not good for the DSS, to invite him.
But does that mean he's the cause?
Yes, they want to invite our former governor to ask him a question that why and what led him to make that kind of short question. That is a general question for everybody to the world. So please, I'm begging our former governor, please, let them leave our current governor alone.
All right.
Our governor that God has sent to us. I am a pastor, former governor. My name is Dangote. I'm a pastor to him. I supported him.
All right, Silvanus, I've got to go.
Now governor for us. Let him allow us now. Let him.
All right.
4 years ago. Let him allow him to rule.
All right, thank you, Silvanus. We've got Obed from Jerry. Obed, welcome. What is on your mind?
Yes, Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Obed.
Kalada, the former governor of River State has a history. And that history is whenever he's a minister, governor of this state, he won't allow the governor to function. That is the history. Go and trace back. Under Rotimi Amechi, when he became minister of state for education, see what happened then. Then look at what is happening now. So that is it. Nobody can explicate the former governor, the crisis of that is happening in River State. Nobody. I have not seen that person. The person is being economic with the truth. That is what's happening. So It is so glaring to everybody. Then, on issue of the marketers, when they talk about fair price, I am yet to understand what fair price is all about. I think all the blame is on Nigerians. We sit down and watch and accept whatever government throws at us. What does it take for the Nigerians, all of us, to put pressure on these leaders who does not even have the interest of the people at heart, who does not know what the economy is all about? Put pressure on them to ensure that the refinery come on stream. That is the only way. Because Dangote cannot, if refinery coming on stream, cannot bring down the price of petrol because we know the history of Dangote. We knew here that allegedly various cement industry were murdered to project Dangote cement.
Allegedly,
how much is Nigeria buying cement today? Nigerians are buying cement at the rate of over 10,000 naira. You understand? So that is it. And Dangote is a capitalist that wants to make gain at all costs. Nigerians should not put our hope on Dangote.
All right, Obed.
I will tell Nigerians to put our hope on our leaders.
I've got to go.
Come on stream. This is the only way to
I've got to go. Obed, thank you.
Here.
Yeah. All right, thank you. A gift from Yanagua, welcome.
Good afternoon, man of the people.
Yeah.
Alada, my brother. Let me go straight to the point.
Yeah, your time starts now, yeah.
Concerning Okoromu, the senator, elder statesman that Larry attacked, I love that attack from him. You cannot just come from nowhere. You don't even know what is going on. No question, no sitting down of these two persons who are like children to you. I don't know if you know that very man.
But is it right to have said that the former governor does not have a hand and the governor does?
Yes, that is why I want to give you the answer now. You cannot tell me after I worked for Canada, I did whatever thing I did. Canada betrayed me. Then people who decided not to betray me, who are House of Assembly members, stood by me. If you remember, it was a hidden matter.
So let me pause you. Let's not go over the rhetorics because we have less than 60 seconds. So yours. Wait. Can I have a right to ask you questions, Gift?
Yes, you can.
Can you let me ask the question?
I'm saying now,
no, Gift. Listen, Gift. Please listen to my question. My question is, if you say it is as a result of betrayal, if someone betrays you, does that not make you a part of, whatever fight that has happened? Because you would have reacted for there to have been a fight, right?
This is what I already have given you the answer. I said I bought some for every other person, not just you, the governor.
So that means Nyesom Wike is a part of the problem in River State. I don't know if you agree.
As far as I am concerned with what is going on, including the governor Shijoke, all of them who have decided to toe that path, and he's talking about PSS inviting him, is not afraid. It's none of my business whether you are afraid or not afraid. Why are you coming to cry to tell us?
Right.
Go and answer your question. Larry has given the answer.
Right.
Okoromo should ask questions before he puts his mouth in things that does not even concern him. No wonder he was the first senator to be suspended.
All right, thank you, Gift. I've got to go.
Idea to even handle situations.
All right, thank you, Gift. I've got to go now. Let's read messages and let's go to WhatsApp. I've got this one from Livinus Njoku. It says the Afenifere leader will live long for speaking the truth. If the president loves the state and if he's a true peacemaker, he should sack the former governor from his cabinet and everyone will see that the political crisis in the state will end. But Livinus, should Nyesom Wike be sacked just because of politics? Because some people say is performing very well in Abuja. Should performance not be the yardstick for sacking the minister? I'm wondering. Petition says the FCD minister has done what has been expected of him in a long time now. He was, over time, maligned the person of Nyesom Wike. I think he should be sued. He that alleges must prove. I can't believe Hunwa can talk in such a low tune. Kudos to Wike for appointing an active spokesman. Enough of the insults on an innocent man. Uzoma with that one. Let's see. This one says, I'm waiting to hear those that usually call and say people not from River State should not talk about Rivers issues. My question is, what did Sim do to be impeached? They should tell me before I will join them in blaming him. Emmanuel from Iwofe. All right, let's come here. This one says the political crisis in River State as now can only be settled by the Supreme Court on the defection case. For PMS, 1,000 naira is not fair. Government should ensure that the public refineries start production, while marketers should be allowed to freely source for the product anywhere, including importation, to compete with Dangote Refinery, while licensing of modular refineries should be given to those who are willing and ready to build and produce petroleum products if that sector has been truly deregulated. Best in Port Harcourt with that one. So it says, which governor or executive has given more gifts to the judiciary than Wike? It is open and seen everywhere, so why pretending I can? What's the situation with our refineries? This dragging up and down with Dangote. He said Wike has been behind all the political crisis in Rivers State. All right, check. Okay, so I can, those allegations, very strong words. I would have to keep the message in now and move on to this one. This one says, government, Dangote and marketers, none of them mean well for citizens of this nation. Without local refinery functioning, we have nowhere to go. Pastor Olushola Rosimini Boiche. This one says, greetings, Kalada. The IPMAN and Dangote Refinery, following the price placed, has shown that hunger will continue. If fuel isn't sold for less than 500 naira, we have not got any right yet. Nicholas Erasmus with that one. Oh, my. This one says, I want to thank the Akpor local government chairman for his firm support to the governor. My honorable chairman, we are behind you. The ICT minister is practically the problem in River State. He wants to pocket everybody. His ploy has failed. Majority of Rivers people are behind the governor. Malachi from Port Harcourt. Let's see this one. This one says, whosoever alleges must prove. Chijokenwa should go and prove what he said. I love the fact that Wike wants to use him as a scapegoat. As for Dangote and others, we're tired of them since federal government decided to politicize fixing our own refineries. If you protest, they will arrest and prosecute you. FG has beaten poor Nigerians and at the same time asked them not to cry. Surely Kama will go after them all. Precious Wupurum from Omagwa. And this one says, Wike's aide said Governor Fubara is behind the state crisis. I want Wike aide to tell Rivers people the offense the governor committed, our warrant and impeachment. All those who are supporting Wike cannot endure the pains that the governor is enduring. How can you be a governor in a state and all political appointments come from Wike? Governor Fubara was just like a ceremonial governor, which is totally wrong in a democracy. It's not about blaming Governor Fubara. Adonis Opwene from Port Harcourt. All right, this one is from Lady V, and she says, going by Mr. Olayinka's statement, it means that it is only his boss as the minister that can rule River State and there will be no problems. In Right Honorable Amachi's second term, there was a serious problem in River State because Wike wanted to be governor, and during his 8 years as governor, no one fought him, no one challenged him. Even the assembly members weren't talking before him. Now another person is the governor. He has brought back problems. Is Wike the only person fit to rule River State? In case Mr. Olayinka is not aware, he should know now that his boss, Chief Barrister Ian Wike, is the problem of River State. Wike cannot pocket River State, Lady V says. Okay, now let's move on to this one. This one says, as for Dele Olayinka, kudos to him for starting his job on a fiery note. So he's been in River State all this while to know how the governor started the problem, or is the governor that said he should be impeached for doing nothing right? Is started damage control on a solid note, to me, very pedestrian. Secondly, let the governor also petition those that called him unprintable names to the DSS, so they should be invited and questioned as well. The governor's supporters are being invited via ungodly petitions. How about the Abuja man supporters here? So who's building houses for Georges in Abuja? Life is ephemeral, I will always say. What is this fight for? Rivers matter is always out of proportion. When Wike was here in Port Harcourt as governor, you can't say anything against him. For those that haven't seen what the governor is doing, it sounded loud and clear that it's not about brick and mortar, it's about human capital development. Obio from Rumunduru. Thank you very much. A long read. So many messages. Do I have a commercial? No, I don't. Do I? Let's check now. All right, I do not have a commercial, so I'm going to read some more messages. This one says, a good day to you, Canada. It gives me serious concern each time we get any unfavorable news about Petrol, I keep asking, what is the problem with Port Harcourt Refinery? Can I say confidently that the people in charge of governance plotted and agreed to unleash this hardship on Nigerians? All that have been going on in this fuel, or with this fuel issue, can the Minister of Petroleum, which you said is Mr. President, or Mr. President has said he's not the petroleum minister, but you said, can't he say something to Nigerians what the situation is to Port Harcourt?
You are tuned in